Day 3, this is why music camp. Today we're having Akemi Law coming on board, Stephen Nato coming on board, Larry Lawal coming on board. Today's gonna be more impactful. Our artists have been doing fine. Series of songs have been done. We even shot the video today. I can't just wait for you guys to watch it. And if you are not here, you need to apply for the next edition.
What up, my people? This is your one and only Dana Boy on the radio, and I'm live here at the JCTY Music Camp. It has been good, it has been nice. You can see we have a lot of artists in the house creating music, amazing sound. Sure, you're gonna love it.
What's up, people? My name is Timiro, T-E-M-I-R-R-O-R. I'm an artist. Apart from being an artist, I'm an industry executive, media practitioner. I do a lot of things, including PR. I'd like you guys to know that being at this camp has been an amazing journey for me because I've met a couple other artists who are very good. I've also met producers who are banging hot. I'm yet to produce my own song, but then it's been an amazing time working with the organizer. He put me in charge of media, so I've been trying to make things work, hence why I've not recorded my song. But then, it's been an amazing journey so far. It's day 3.
Hi, hello guys. I'm Remy Adeyinka. I'm the creative director for Urban Fit Africa. So JCT called us that, he's having a camp, so why not? We decided to okay, you know what, we are supporting our guy because he's been supporting the brand. We make proper urban wears, and we know that this camp is for musicians. And our favorite clients are the artists, people in the entertainment industry. So you know why we should be here. We love music. If you love music, you love style. So we are here for the lifestyle, we are here for the camp, we are here for music, we are here for entertainment.
Favorite boy DA in the building, and we are live at JCTY's Music Camp. And here we'll be having fun, making music and connecting with each other, you understand?
Hi, my name is Simi, a participant of the JCTY Music Camp. I just want to let you know that if you're not here, you're missing out a lot. In fact, you have missed out a lot because I've met a lot of amazing artists, good music production, producers, and the likes.
It's Tarila. All right, at JCTY Music Camp, and it is fabulous. It is fantastic. There's a lot of intellectual music development, capacity building, and you are really missing out on a whole lot if you are not here. If you're not here, you're missing out on, there's a lot of new vibes, there's a lot of talents, and really, after this camp, just be sure that we are bringing out a whole lot of new vibes that will shake not just Nigeria, but the whole music world.
Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Akinyemi Anyeloa. I'm a lawyer. I work in the Nigerian music industry. And I'm here at JCY's music camp here in Lagos, Nigeria. I've known him for a while now, and he's always been supportive of the creative industry, especially the music industry in Nigeria, and I'm excited to be a part of this initiative. It is always great to have people come together to collaborate, make music. Along these lines, you're able to, build new relationships and also discover new talents. I'm sure that, remarkable music will be made this weekend, and also I like the idea of him inviting some players in the music industry to just come, share their knowledge and their experience with the talent. That is why I'm here as well. So I will be talking from the perspective of a lawyer that's been around for like 14, 15 years. So everything I know from the angle of signing contracts, understanding copyrights, building assets as a songwriter, producer, recording artist. Those will be the things that I will be touching on. And I look forward to, I look forward to your feedback. So make sure you stick around and you watch. See you guys later. God bless.
Why is it the A-list? The A-list of every field. In the entertainment, the finest lawyer is around. One of the baddest talent manager, the mind rival, also around.
Always a pleasure to be here in the middle of fantastic initiatives like this. A big round of applause to the organizer, JCY. And I'm always happy to see him come up with initiatives like this. And I'm happy that he's still with the same talent. Yeah, bro. The last time we had the conversation, I'm like, man, bigging you up that you're still with your talent. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is in Nigeria, or not just in Nigeria. Sorry, before I go in, please, a round of applause to Larry Lawal. I'm grateful for Larry. If I've never said it anywhere, I'm telling you now that, man, you were one of the people that really, really supported me at the start of my journey. So thank you so much. So, in the music business in Nigeria, the concept of shared prosperity is something that we should all understand. The music is the songs and the recording of the performing of the songs. The music business is so interesting that you can go to bed really, really broke, and TikTok can just happen, and then the record or the freestyle you did last night can, within a month, have you just set for life. That is how powerful the music is. So the reason why all this millions or billions of dollars are being generated in the music business is because of the music. The second most important asset anybody in this room who is a talent can have is the reputation. Reputation, aka the brand, aka your trademark, aka your likeness, aka your logo, aka your styling, what you represent. There's a trademark in front of me now called OTF. This is a trademark owned by who? Yeah. So that's what's up, man. That is a very, very important asset. You can license this trademark for millions of dollars on a yearly basis. In fact, these two assets, for you to be anything, whether you're a talent manager, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a stylist, whether you're any part of the ecosystem, you must be connected to these two assets. So there's a song and then there's a record. The song is the foundation. That is what we wrote. Baby, calm down, calm down. This your body, lockdown, lockdown. That is a song, lyrics and melody. Under a beat, under a composition, the beat. In another 10 years, Rema, step aside. Maybe the new guy that is hot at that time can take that same composition and make another record, whether for Maven Records or maybe another record company. I hope we're not lost. So there can be 10, 15, 20 versions of Calm Down. And those other versions have to be licensed by the owners of the song. So, as a creative here, if you're a songwriter, if you're a record producer, if you're a recording artist, you have to see these things from this angle. Like, okay, whatever I'm doing now, even the songs I'm writing now, are not just going to be valuable to me, it could be valuable to other generations, like 10 years later, 20 years later, even 30 years later, the composition can still be valuable. And that is how I can continue to receive royalties. So we've treated music as a vehicle. Now let's go to brand or their identity. How many of you know that the reason why you leave your house, after you got maybe like a ticket online, you saw the ticket for maybe 50,000 naira. You're not sure if this talent is going to come out. But the moment you saw him post the flyer that I will be at so venue on so date, you just made sure, okay, let me get the ticket now. Why did you buy the ticket? Can somebody just answer like sharp? Why did you buy the ticket?
Because the talents I want to see posted
They endorsed it, and they said they'll be there. Oftentimes, the reason why anybody's gonna like leave their house and maybe travel down, maybe from mainland to the island, or even travel from state to state, or from country to country, is gonna be because they are sure that this person is going to be at this event. So in essence, when your song takes off, the next thing is people want to see you do the record live. And then your identity becomes very, very valuable. And the reason why you would have a strong identity will be if we can connect your identity to your music and we are assured that we would have a great time, or that we are sure that this identity means excellent performance. The reason why Burna Boy is the highest grossing talent from Nigeria or from Africa in recent times is because he has built a reputation of being an excellent performing artist. So when we see the name Burna Boy, or when we see the picture of Burna Boy, or when we see his logo, or any representation of his likeness, we're sure that, yes, we're going to come out. We're sure that we're going to book the flights. We're sure we're going to book the hotels. We're sure we'll be at the festival. We're sure we'll be there for the meet and greet. Are you seeing how much money will be spent just because I want to experience the identity or likeness of Burna Boy? How many of you understand what I'm saying? Also, the reason why I would swipe my card to buy a Burna Boy t-shirt or a Burna Boy cap or any Burna Boy product is just going to be out of the understanding that I'm attaching his name to things that are of quality. And also, when people die, many, many years later, we still see that some people still sell merchandise in the names of greats like Michael Jackson, Bob Marley. For even how many of us would want to go to Jamaica at some point? And I'm sure that when you touch down in Jamaica, you want to probably go to Bob Marley Museum to buy maybe a Bob Marley shirt or cap. When I was in the UK like 2 years ago, I just wanted to go to where the Beatles used to record. And I had to buy their cap. And it wasn't cheap. Maybe I spent like £35 or £30 or £40. The reason why I was buying something that ordinarily would be made in China for £10 is because of what? Thank you. And these two assets are not so far-fetched that even you, as an emerging talent, cannot build it. There are people in Nigeria now that there's a rapper called Jerick the Hustler that sells his own merch. If I'm able to buy products maybe from China at maybe 5,000 naira, ship it down maybe with an extra 5,000 naira, and I'm selling those products at 20,000 naira, and I'm selling maybe 20 or 30 every month, I'm doing so many things together because these people believe in what I represent, my music, and my identity. They're supporting me on a monthly basis, and they are giving me just another stream of income. Do you know that I can easily make $1,000 from selling merchandise than making $1,000 from streaming? And while I'm selling merchandise, I'm also building a community so that the next generation can also understand what I represent and support it. So I'm going to round off like this. While we're chasing these two very, very important assets. Even me as a lawyer, I'm very, very interested. When I see that some talents understand how powerful their music is, understand how their identity is, as a lawyer, yeah, most people can't afford it at the start. Many, many upcoming talents can't really retain a lawyer. But if I'm seeing that there's motion, that this guy is releasing music consistently, this guy is building community, this guy is building an identity, and is actually making moves, selling merch, I am happy to be a part of a journey. I've done that so many times with so many people. But again, what will make me part of that journey is if we believe in the concept of shared prosperity. Because as a lawyer, I've experienced so many highs and lows, man. Like, if you think you're winning in this industry, it's gonna be like this. The journey is like this. Because your understanding is gonna be, at different times, is gonna be met with a lot of challenges. Your understanding, you'll experience so many things, you question yourself. And it's very good to have a mentor as well, so that you don't lose your mind in this journey. Like, even if you're an artist, look at somebody that is like 10 years ahead of you, that has experienced many things, that is doing better than you, that has, maybe the guy can let you understand the game better. 10 years ago, this is how we used to do this. Yes, from 10 years of me working, I've been able to do this. Maybe I have this. I'm able to take care of my family with this music. So that it helps you understand it. And there is no way, if you want to build these two assets for yourself, that you will not need to understand how the music business works. Everybody here should be a knowledge junkie. Reading must be second nature. If you can't read, if you maybe you have a problem with attention, you should listen. There are audiobooks. If you can't be with a book like this, you can do audiobooks, lay in your bed, get a jotter, press play. Listen to everything you can listen to. Just to understand the journey. The reason why I'm clamoring for education is because without education, you're just going to be, really, really hustling in circles. Like, you won't be on the journey and just be on your journey, be on the straight line. You're going to be in cyclical motion. And also, you wouldn't be able to spot the opportunities on time. And sometimes, the lack of education sometimes also affects your decision making. The better, the more knowledgeable you are, the easier it is for you to make quality decisions. You'll be able to make better decisions that would favor you and keep you in the game for a longer period. Every year, it's like we're all playing for the trophy. It's like we're in the premierships or in the La Liga. You are playing to be maybe top 3, or you are playing to win the trophy. Nobody's just going to... You can win this year. After you win this year, is that the end of the game? You have to come back again next year. You have to rejig your team. You have to come up with a better strategy. How did we do last year? So the concept of shared prosperity, my last statement, and I'm looking forward to your questions. If you want to build anything worth building, understand the game and make sure that you understand where you stand. Many, many new talents, if they want to sign a deal now, my brother, they can give you their liver and their kidney and swear to you that all will be well. But the talent you are seeing in 2020 is not going to be the talent you would see in 2025 or 2030. And with your understanding of shared prosperity as a talent and as an investor, there is the need to understand each other. Like, okay, prepare for what's going to come. Immediately, for example, if I sign anybody now and I start investing, nobody's going to support me with my investment. I can be $20,000 down, $20,000 down, or $100,000 down. immediately we have a big record. Do you know what will happen? Huh? You said what? People will start coming. They will tell you, oh, Yemi does not greet us. You know? Yemi's wife did not greet us at the last event. Oh, Yemi does not dress well. He doesn't speak English. Don't worry, I can manage you. Don't worry, yeah, Yemi does not have $200,000. I'll get you $1 million. And, you know, everybody wants to be a part of success. And that is how success would now breed a collapse. Trust me, the person that was with you when nobody gave you a chance or had an idea of what you could become, for me, is more valuable than the guys that are seeing the shiny success. Most of what will happen is that the players in the Nigerian music industry will first come and want to scatter the relationship. If the relationship is not properly defined on shared prosperity, which is, yes, I'm investing, you're getting this, I'm getting this. In 5 years, in 3 years, in 2 years, this is what I'm getting. Yes, I'm taking you on as a talent manager. I'm believing in you. I'm investing my time. Yes, you're also investing. But there are many, many talented people in this country. There might be 1,000 of you at the initial stage. Maybe when you start becoming very, very iconic, then there's now one of you. Like there's now one Kanye. There's now one Burna. There's now one Wiz. There's now one Rema. The Rema we're seeing now is almost 7 years of hard work, of Maven Records.
Be creative, you know, create. You know you have your sound, but be creative with your sound. You know, it's not enough to. I'll give an example. Dr. Dre. You know, he's an amazing hip hop producer. You know, he produced some of the major hip hop. But if you listen to all of, I'm giving you all an assignment now. Listen to every production that Dr. Dre has done. The kick is the same. It's the same kick, the same. But there are other things that he plays around. It's the same kick, but it's different, you know. It's not the same sound that he's giving Eminem, that he's giving Snoop Dogg, that he's giving, you know. So as a producer, like Steve said to you, you know, identify the artists you want to grow with you, and then grow. You too, you cannot just sit down and say, oh, I sabi produce beat. Zero Foster was the in thing, like you mentioned back then. You know, it's not to invalidate their contribution to our industry. I mean, shout out to all of them. But today we have young, you know, young engineers today doing amazing things. An example is Brymo. Brymo is an amazing singer, amazing songwriter. But one of the things that his fan, I mean, he has a fan base that will die for him till today. He has a major, you know, he's like the only, well, maybe not the only, but he's a force that has a fan base that will go anywhere for him. Now, these fan bases have not always been there. He cultivated them. Yeah. Cultivated them. So as an artist too, as a brand too, you should conquer your fan base. You know, if you live in Agege, I grew up in Agege. So first of all, conquer Agege. You know, when you conquer Agege, then you can now ask your manager, okay, we don't hold Agege. Ikeja near, let's go to Ikeja. You know, let's go to Ogba. You know, yeah, just build like that. The first concert I ever produced for Brymo was at Jazzo. You were there. Jazzo would take, I think JC was there. Would take 150 people. And I was afraid, I was scared that, hey, God, will people show up for this show? The ticket was 2,000 I was scared, I was afraid. Fortunately, you know, it was successful. This was in 2016. By 2021, my concert, Organized Chaos at Landmark, was the first time anybody would use Landmark Beach for a concert. We sold 9,000 tickets for 30,000 naira. The same artist that I was afraid, you know, I was afraid if 150 people will come out. I was confident enough to go to Landmark and say, I want to use this space. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So cultivate your following. stay consistent and keep building. As a producer, you have your sound, yes, we know, but there's nothing wrong in learning, in listening to other people, and in trying new things. As an artist, to keep building.
That was amazing. Like, I'm short of words. Please, a round of applause again for him. Please just keep saving your questions in your notepad. I want to use this opportunity to welcome Mr. Bolaji Williams. And secondly, an industry legend, media guru, artist manager, Ashake's right-hand man, Mr. Steve Nana, Steve Nito.
Greetings, everybody.
So shortly, they will be talking about their own 10 minutes to just speak on your field and what you think you can impact on this tomorrow's stars. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I mean, standing here, hearing Akinyemi talk, feeling what I would have to say here. Akinyemi, we worked together. At first, we didn't agree. We went back and forth, emails, but I found out that he's one of the persons that really want people to be truly independent. I mean, most of the time we say we want our artists, we want people to be independent, but in the long run, we're just trying to make more money for ourselves. But Akinyemi is one of the persons that, looks out for the artist without, I want to say big shout out to you, my bro. Thank you very much. For myself, my name is Steven, popularly known as Stevenator. I've been around for quite a while. I got into the entertainment space since 2006-07. Since then, it's been from TV to a whole lot of other things, from management to TV production, and then I fully went into music management. So the journey has been crazy. It's been nice. It's been fantastic. It's been loving. It's been tough. It's been war. It's been deceit. It's been belief. It's been love. It's been bitter. It's been sweet. It's been smooth. It's been everything. So one of the things I would say, one of the key word for my journey, I would say, is love. The reason why I got into it is because I loved what I was doing. So regardless of the situation around me, it kept me going. But after a while, it gets boring. Okay, let me explain the whole scenario. I want to give you guys real life experience. Yeah. So when Olamide called me to manage Ashake, and then we got on, it was exciting. I remember our first flight. It was beautiful. Oh, I was like, yeah, this is life. We're touring different states here and there, doing 5 cities in one weekend. We had to do several shows. It was beautiful. And then we sat down, we said, bro, I think it's time we go international. And, we started looking forward to it. Like, oh, it's going to be the shit. It's going to be the ish. I remember our first trip when we went to Dubai, we went to London. It was so beautiful. It was everything I thought I needed in my life until we did it for over a year. And then I realized that it was stress. See, I really don't know how to explain this thing. People say that, this person, because this person is crying in a Lamborghini and is going through problems, me too, let me be suffering and be in a Lamborghini. I promise you, I'm not here to bust anybody's bubble. I'm talking from experience. The flights that I thought I was going to enjoy became my nightmare. Like, if I knew we were traveling for a show, my heart begins to beat. I'm like, oh God, another trip again. These were the things we were praying for. These were the things we wanted to do. These were the things we sat down and said, oh, we wanted to take over the world. And it was right in front of us. We were tired. And Akinyemi, you bear me witness. America is so big that they have 6 hours difference. Like we're in the morning here, And then we're like, okay, fine, let's travel to, we're in LA in the morning, okay, let's travel to, no, let's say we're in New York in the morning. I say, okay, let's travel to LA so that we can rest and kill it. We get to LA, it's morning. It's like you travel in the morning, you do 6 hours only to land in the morning again. And then your body's confused. You don't even know when to sleep, when to, do certain things. And then we left family behind. It was a lot. But one of the things that kept us going was the fact that we loved what we were doing and we were very passionate. Even the passion sometimes can be move here and there. So for me today, I'm just going to tell every one of you here that's an artist that in your endeavor, in anything you're doing, let love be your key word, and please be human. Today you guys are humble, but when you blow up, I don't even need to, don't tell me you don't have it, bro. You all have it. Everybody has it. And you're not the first person to do it, and you're not going to be the last. Just accept it and be human while you're at it. Please. And I pray everyone who's here today, God will answer your prayers, just like He's answered ours in Jesus' name.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be in the midst of fellow creatives. It's an honor to be sitting right here and be sharing ideas, sharing stories with you guys. I myself, I started out as an artist. Jestiwa used to be my manager. And this man right here, a few times he has filmed me, but I will not remember. And then
I hope I was nice to you.
Yeah, you were nice. A few times I've written to Larry Lawa to support me, blah, blah, blah. So everybody here, one part or the other, we've crossed paths. But, as time went by, I transitioned into the music making guys, like, production, sound engineering. And so far, so good. I've really tried in that part. And the reason why I transitioned is not because I thought I wasn't good enough, but it was because of what you guys are also facing today. Where is the support coming from? You have a very dope song. You don't have finance to push it. And the truth is, right now, anywhere in Nigeria, right now, don't let anybody gaslight you. You need finance. You need funds to push it. But it's better than when it has to be, when it was radio station. Nowadays, with the way music marketing has changed, everybody now has a shot. As much as it's difficult, you still stand a chance. It's now this era is now the era of, it's not just about your music. It's about what else is accompanying that music. You are a very talented singer, yes. Right now, it's like 5% of what you need. If you're not a talented singer, they will organize writing camps for you. You just need to. But what's your personality like? How does your personality accompany your music? What are you selling? Are you selling sexiness? Are you selling fine boy? Are you selling that you are a drama king? Are you selling that you are a comedian? Music right now, if you don't have finance, or even if you have finance, you must be able to accompany it with something. Because this is the age of social media. Take, for instance, Portable is the best case study. Aside from Portable, there are other artists too that there's something that they sell that accompanies that music. Take, for instance, D'banj. D'banj is an entertainer. D'banj sells sexiness. He sells, girls, people like him aside his music. People need to like you. People need to like you or want to listen to your music for something else. And that thing is what you need to find. It will quickly help you to move far. And then also, you should also consider making very good music. Because when you make very good music, you also stand a very good chance. You will always stand out anywhere you go. Now, as much as it looks like there's no funding, where's the funding coming from? There are people that have the funding that are looking for the talents. Lots of people. There are plenty. However, well, you need luck, I understand. But you also need to be able to make music with and with something to accompany it that will attract those people to you. Take this Taliban his song is trending Ramadan, all of that, So many people like that. It could be you too. It could be you. You just need to make music that is different. There was something that an artist told me, I think about 10 years ago. The artist, his name is Brimo. We were together in one room. We used to sit together at one time. I used to work with Jesse Jazz. And he said, first of all, the best way right now to beat these guys is to, and that was, I'm telling you, that was when, this was just right before he left Chalk City. Just let's say like 2-3 weeks before he left. And what he said to me till today stays with me. The best way to penetrate this market, if you don't have funds, is to go and make music that they can't make. Let the music speak for you. They will always separate you. They will always say, this guy is sabi, just get funding. But they will always admit that you are good. And your talent can never be denied. And you have your market. It might not be very big, but you will hit from it. Not everybody will be a mainstream artist. Not everybody will be a Burna Boy. You can be a Portable and be eating your small money. You can be Kizane. Kizane is not in the first. It's not so known globally, but he's eating his money quietly. There's Kizane. There's Ruga. There's Buju. Who else? There's Denny. There's Simi. There's Adekunle Good. You can just be eating your money locally. You can be making your music. For music to transcend, to go beyond the shores of Nigeria, it takes so much. It also depends on the kind of personality that you have, your business sense, the kind of music you make, your exposure. You understand? And I've seen I've spent a lot of years in the industry, and I've seen many people grow. I've seen so many people become superstars that even me, I'm wondering why I've not become a superstar. I've seen too many people. I know so many people when they used to be like everyone else in this room, till I start seeing them on billboards, start reading about them. And there's just one thing that I noticed about them. They never had a plan B. It's just one plan. Their plan A. Their plan A is to blow. And their plan B is to make sure that plan A works. At this moment is very inspirational for me. I'm inspired by this gathering. Most of the gathering that I've gone to speak is not usually gathering of, it's usually gathering of other media people and all that, there are some few mistakes I've made in the industry while I was in the industry. There are some people that I've looked down on in the course of their trying to establish themselves. Because there are some people that have said, waiting this one they sing. This one never ready. And that one where they sing, waiting this one, now you could just see and we don't blow. The door, the place where they enter, I know they struggle to even reach the door. Now I was saying that I know I can count 15 people that I know personally, direct, one-on-one, that have become global superstars. And I'm saying out of those few people, there are some that they call me and don't even pick their call and they block their number. Why this one they disturb me? You don't get money now. How they do, you know? Things like that. I'm in a position right now in my life where no matter what you are singing, even if you're just saying, I will tell you that you have a chance. I will tell you that you have a chance. So far you believe. So far you believe. Say it could happen for you. No wahala. I follow you to believe. Because see, few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, let's say 6 years ago, people like Charlie Poppy can never be taken seriously.
At all.
People like Odu Modu Black. Who is Portable? Who is Naira Marley? Just 6, 7 years ago, they will pursue them from studio, say, come on, get out here. Do you think we are joking here? But look at them today. So, music is evolving, and you have to evolve with it. The moment you are trying to be in your own zone, you'll be left in that zone. So, I'm open to collaborating with people that are heading somewhere.
That's the
if
word.
you believe you are heading somewhere, why not?
So, my first question is to you, sir. So, as a lawyer, what advice do you want to give your artists in terms of when they are artists like they do? Because we have different deals, like distribution deals, record deals. So when they are signing, what advice do you have for an artist that basically from the start don't have much of the resources and funds to take their career to a certain level? If we use Shady Vibes as an instance, I think he has like a distribution deal with Dapper, or like some artists that need a total record deal that covers everything. So as an artist, as a young artist, as I am, so what is your advice? Should I work on my branding to a certain extent, or I should just be, I don't want to use the word desperate, but I should just look for a total record deal that covers everything at the end of the day? Yeah, 360, thank you. Deal that covers everything, and at the end of the day I now feel bad, maybe the record label is taking more because they are investing or because it's a 360 deal. So what is your advice for young artists on that aspect? And secondly, my question is to you, sir. You said when you manage Ashake, for instance, do you think it's really, really nice based on the fact that you are looking at the market, what the market wants? Do you think it's really, really healthy for the artist to channel the kind of song the artist should be doing? The artist personality, the artist branding, don't you feel it would be good to allow the artist express his or herself to bring out that full potential? Because sometimes you might want to streamline an artist to do certain things, and it's not something that is inbuilt in them, and at the end of the day, they struggle to deliver what you want.
See, the thing is, the word creative alone, they are mad people. Once you say I'm a creative, you should be allowed to create. I mean, God is the creator. He said he created the world, right? Nobody interfered. He did it with his Trinity. They created. So if an artist can create, allow them create. And you as the manager or as the management team, you will not find a way to sell it. Just like he said, okay, with the record, I mean. I'll be honest with you, 100%. When I heard Charlie Poppy's album, when he released it the first time, no disrespect, I was like, what is this? But as time went by, I'm like, you're not bad, You get me? Because the team sat down and they understood what they were doing. Bro, this industry, you can sell anything. Just get a good marketing plan. Akinyemi is here. Yeah. See. Oh, Ashake will kill me. But this is what happens here. If Ashake wants to create, we give him space. He goes into his inner self and then he creates. And then he says, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then we're like, I think this one is bad. This one is bad. Okay. He goes back. And then he finds a way to blend it. You know, we don't interfere when he's creating, because the moment you interfere, you're already breaking that synergy. That let him finish. When he finishes, you now say, okay, what he did is moi moi, and they don't buy moi moi on the island. Let's go and sell it on the mainland. So that's the power of the management. Don't try to control your artists on what you think the market wants. The market is blank. They don't know what they want. They don't. This is what you give them the thing. So as an artist, understand your niche and don't try to be greedy as an artist. Focus on creating. Don't think about, oh, what are they doing with my money? I'm the one that is working. I'm the one that is doing this. I'm spending my money. No. Don't forget that you are the source. You are the creator. If they are spending your money, relax. When your contract expires or whatever, you bounce. Because you have what is original. You can go anywhere else and rebuild. Don't focus on another man's job. Focus on your own as the artist and create. Create and allow the management to do their job. So my bro, you answered it clearly. Yeah, that's what I say. Thank you.
There are certain things that we prioritize, like if you believe in yourself, you would always want to maybe have the independence to be able to stay creative and release music regularly. I'll give you two scenarios. The biggest superstars in the world, in a way, got investment early. The people we celebrate, Eminem, Jay-Z, Rihanna, Beyonce, Drake, they got the investment early. Some people believed in them. Some labels gave them a record deal, and they started pumping in money. They had the marketing budget. They already had talent. So it wasn't about talent or no talent. But maybe they spotted them early at 16 from like their hood. People said, oh, they were winning talent shows, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe Universal or Warner just signs them, and then from the jump, they got the funding. From the jump, they got a dope team. From the jump, they got the most expensive producers and songwriters, and then they started, and their journey just took off. There are many people who got the same treatment, but we don't know about them today. On the other hand, there were some talents that they had to go from ground zero and then build it up themselves, and then had leverage, and then they could pick and choose how they wanted their journey to be. So for example now, if you're an upcoming artist and you don't have any song on radio, or you don't have any song on any streaming platforms, the way investors or record labels will treat you is going to be different from an artist that had released like 10, 15 songs. By himself, he already has 5,000 streams. By himself, he has 10,000. By himself, he was lucky to have 500,000 streams on one of his tracks. So the two journeys are different. It doesn't mean that the person that got investment early, for example, is Kanye West not everybody's dream? Is Rihanna, who is a billionaire today, not every artist's dream? That is her own journey. She signed early. She doesn't own some of her catalog, or she probably doesn't even own any catalog. But she's a billionaire in dollars today. Yeah. And she's also like a cultural icon. In 20, 30, 40, 50 years, people will still remember Rihanna.
Yep.
Compared to some people that they had to grind, they had to build their own leverage, then to be able to pick and choose and do whatever contract. So there's no one contract that is better. Even me, if they want to sign me now, I'm ready. But do I have leverage to pick and choose? Everybody knows me from being a music lawyer. But I was a failed musician.
Some of us know you.
Some people still know that. So, but do I have leverage? I've always been championing people for so many years now, but if I'm sitting across a serious record label, they'll be like, check me out on social media, Spotify. There's nothing. And then they can offer me a 360, and then I can bring my left kidney and my right liver and one eye so that I can sign. So it's neither here nor there. You have to choose your own journey. Yeah?
What do you think is a fair deal for an artist when it comes to like signing a deal? You know, some record label, they give you a 4-year contract, and they'll say after the contract, they own all your masters forever. some they say they own 100% for like let's say 20 years, 30 years, and some they'll say 50-50 forever. What do you think an artist should consider when it comes to that?
There's any word that you want to hold on for everybody, even if you're not an artist, it is about leverage. People come to my office and they tell me, oh, there's this opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And then I ask one simple question, can you walk away from this contract? Can you walk away? 2022 was the year that I would never forget, and I'm praying to God to give me another 2022.
Amen.
That was the year that Magic Sticks blew up, Victone blew up. And that's when I understood that if you blow,
it's a different game entirely.
It's a different life. And I'm not an artist because obviously I'm not the one making the money. But I'm part of their journeys, and I saw how the music industry just aggressively chases what is hot. Somebody that was discovered under the Oshodi Bridge now has, a year later, has a catalog. He has 3 projects, maybe 3 EPs for 4 records. Now, he has 20 million naira in his account. Last year, he was under the bridge. He didn't know what his life would be like. But somebody took a chance on him. And now, he's known. Now, next thing, somebody put him in a video, just like Portable. Olamide and Portable. Yeah. He got a stimulus package, and now he's who, 3-4 years later, everybody knows who Portable is. Not just in Nigeria. Now, if somebody had signed that kind of character and given them a 360 deal, if you ask that guy, and you ask him now, 3 years later, and you say, oh, was it a fair deal for you to sign 50-50? You didn't have any song on Spotify. Somebody took a chance on you, spent like $10,000, $20,000, and now you're a household name. Do we have the answer to that question? Yes. The person that took a chance on me now owns the catalog. Yeah, it's always been standard practice. He could have lost that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and you might have amounted to nothing. But he was able to stake maybe his life savings to give you a chance. So 4 years later, if you have 20 million naira or even $100,000 in your bank account, you did a deal. 3 years later, are you better than where you were? At the point when you signed, were there other opportunities? Could he have walked away? There are some talents now, you sign them, they come from Ikorodu. You are going to get an apartment. Sorry, respect everybody in Ikorodu. Ikorodu has rich areas, but we know there are many talented people from Ikorodu. I'm from Ejigbo, so you can also abuse me like I'm from Ejigbo. But what I mean is, people come from very disadvantaged places and areas, and then in a year, 2 years, people gave them opportunities. People spent money to invest in them, to spend thousands of dollars to market them. And who cares? If you own half of my catalog, but I'm a global superstar, I'm a billionaire, the fact that you own my catalog, but I'm getting my royalties for life, I think it's still a good deal. The only thing that would negate that is if you had leverage. What is leverage? Let me paint a picture of leverage, yeah? In Lekki, they already know who you are. If you do a show in Lekki now and you're charging 5,000 naira, maybe 5,000 people will come. Like Brimo. If he does a show, or when he was doing shows, people were coming out and paying good money. That is what we call leverage. If at that level you wanted to do a deal, you can ask for anything. Flavor also just recently got signed to Warner Music Africa. After almost 2 decades, almost 10, 15 years of being at the top, I'm sure he would have gotten anything he wanted. Because before they came on the scene, it was already iconic. So, if there's any word we go back home to, wit, it's about leverage. Whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a talent manager, whether you're a songwriter, do you have leverage? Can you walk away from any conversation? That's it.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Kennedy. I'm a music producer. So my question is for everyone on the panel that has a great answer. So basically, I want to find out if there is a thin line. Okay, what are your thoughts about an artist trying to grow with a particular producer and sticking to that producer for quite a very long time? Like, do you think artists should try other producers, try other engineers, or you advise an artist to just grow with a producer? What do you think?
The best person to help you find your sound as an artist is the producer. Now, don't forget that music change, times change. You must evolve. Some of the mistakes that our creatives are making is that most of them don't know the time to evolve. To me, the artist that has most successfully evolved in Nigeria is Adekunle Gold. Adekunle Gold went from being termed a Yoruba artist, to being a proper urban pop artist. You can tell from the dressing, the styling, the charisma, the carriage, the way he moves in the music video. You know, go and look at his journey from when he did Shade to what he has been doing recently. That's a proper example of an artist that evolved properly. Go and check, there are so many artists of his time. They are not there anymore. And it's simply because they did not evolve. They did not evolve with the music. They did not evolve with the production. They did not evolve with the styling. They did not evolve with the branding. And that will make you fizzle out with time. So it's advisable to always change your sound. You know, you constantly need to sound new to people. You constantly need to sound different, but it is still your music. We are not saying you should change your style, but you must, at some point in time, give us a different side of you. This person I like it, this other person I don't like it. You cannot satisfy everybody. Because for engineers, the same way too with engineering. Look, Asake started, I've worked Asake before. Asake started this choir thing. But it's not the one that started it. The likes of Arkel, they've been doing it since. But he started it in Nigeria. Do you know I started it? Somebody told him, probably an engineer or a producer, let's do mass choir. And he took a leap of faith. Go do it. Nobody was doing it before. And when he did it, it trended. It became the trend. There was a time, Nigerian songs used to be 3 verses. One artist one day just decided to do 2 verses. And then we started doing 2 verses. There was a time, Nigerian music should not more than 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 4 minutes. Now it's 2 minutes. Somebody started it. Everybody followed. Yes, 159. Everybody followed it. You understand? One of the best ways the problem is never to become successful. The major problem is to remain successful as an artist. And to remain successful as an artist requires more than your talent. It requires you to also listen, to surround yourself with the right people, with experienced and exposed people. So it is advisable that at some point in time as a creative, you need to evolve. You need to try new dimensions. You need to try new sound engineering. Because look, there was a time, it was Zeno Foster, it was Suka Mix, it was this. Bro, what boys are doing now, those guys can't do it. Do you understand? And also, when the producer is done producing the music, another unsung people that we don't even recognize so much in Nigeria is the sound engineer. The sound engineer is the one that interprets the music. The people that create the music is the producer and the artist, but the person that brings that music into life, into reality, is the sound engineer. If you find a good sound engineer that understands the texture of your vocal, that is saying, look, let's create this sound for you. It's new. All these, the likes of Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, they are constantly finding new sound engineers, new producers to work with. Do you know why? Because of new ideas. They are finding new ideas to penetrate the market. Old kids don't open new doors. You can't keep trying the same thing all the time,
Yeah, just like you rightly said, old kids don't open new doors. One of the things that I think has actually helped a lot of our big artists is the fact that they captured their fans at a very, very early stage. Now you see the Wizkid FCs, they grew up with him in the days of Superstar. So there's nothing you want to tell them right now that they will agree. Then you see the Olamide fans, they grew up with him. You see the Davido fans. It's hard to leave something you're already used to. So whatever they bring, they don't care, they just chop it like that. Whatever they do, they don't care, they just eat like that. But you see the guys that are blowing now, even though back in the day to do promotion was a lot harder. If you needed to be in Abuja, you had to go to Abuja. There's no like social media that you do, blah, blah. You would go to Abuja to go and meet DJ. You would go and meet a producer, a radio producer. You tell him about CEO, don't worry, this song will go far. I get something for you. But now, somebody will just produce one song in their room and boom, shout out to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, the worst set of people. Their mental health is very important. So how do you feed this kind of people? It's hard. Even you yourself, you're even thinking of how to survive, and not to talk of their lifespan is as short as this, what they call it, this Gogoro in the center streets. Like the way they flip on things is crazy. So as an artist, how do you, as a producer, how do you even live up to that? They are looking at your song. Once they hear it doesn't catch their attention, they flip it. So how do we even survive? So I think the best thing to do is, as a producer, listen to the environment. Target the set of people that you want to grow with you. Just like the Wasiu. That's what they did. The Wasiu Ayinde, the Yoruba artists. It's not like they're changing anything. It's the same thing. They just stand in front of the mic and they sing. But they have captured their audience, and those people have grown with them. So you to find one set of people that you see this one, so you all die here. These are the people I'm singing for. Give them what they need, and trust me, in 5-10 years coming, they will be the ones fighting for you.
For creatives, you do not always have it all going well, consistently. What I'm trying to say is, we have artists that, in the middle of your career, you have a hiatus, you have a break, maybe a creative break, or maybe just a mental block, and you cannot create as much as you used to. So we've had people who had breaks like this and did not recover from it. We've had people who recovered from it. So the question is how much of a hiatus, how much of that break is dangerous for an artist, and how do you handle it when you get to that point where it becomes monotonous, boring, and you have that break, and it doesn't seem to be working like it used to?
There are people who were working, had to sort some things. While they were sorting their things, the world moved on. And when they came back, it was difficult. And then there are people who, they don't even treat the music thing like it's anything. They go and then they come back anytime they like. So I will not say I will not say categorically there's something you're supposed to do. I just think that you should focus more on your fan base, people that really care about your kind of music, and have a one-on-one relationship. I didn't know that people would do anything just to see artists. Like, I've been in a situation where people, don't worry, I'll give you 20,000. Let me just take a picture. This guy that I'm seeing, one time we traveled and because he usually, Ashake likes to eat Nigerian food only. So my wife was going to come with us. We couldn't get Nigerian food, so she brought noodles. And then my wife's sister was asking my wife, Ashake eats noodles. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're able to connect with your fans on a personal level, make them feel very important, make them feel part of your journey, and then once you have achieved that, you go on a break, they will miss you. So when you come back, they're eager to, hear what you have. It's like a mother who goes to party. Of course, when she's coming back, the children will be excited. Oh, mommy, what did you bring? But mama will flog them before she go party. As your mama come out like this, they're going to pray, make she don't even come back. You get? So I think it's work for the artist to create a relationship with the artist, with the fans. Make them feel loved. Tweet. If you realize that it's someone's birthday, send the person a DM. Hi, happy birthday. Oh my God. The person will put it out. And then the next guy will be like, oh, if you can answer this person, that means he will answer me. Without knowing you bought another fan. Just create that experience with them once in a while, Do all these things. And trust me, if you go, come back, they'll be there waiting for you. But if you are gang, the action, make sure that your music is sweet. Because if you're not sweet, they will forget you. So that's my only contribution. I think you should just try to create a one-on-one experience with your fans so they will miss you and they will always want to hear from you. But that does not take the fact that you need to create good music. Regardless, the music still has to be 100%.
Lagbaja has stepped out of the scene for how long now? If Lagbaja organizes a show, a concert in Lagos,
I'll be there.
do you understand what I'm saying? So it's about your branding. It's about, what you have created, the community you've been able to create. I know an artist. My client, Brimo, I know for a fact that he doesn't need to release an album in another 4 or 5 years. If he comes back and says he's doing a show, people will come out. People will buy tickets. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, while I was building that brand, there's an artist, I don't know why he moved away from the country. He said God called him, right? But there's a guy I was using as a template back then. His name is Bez. You understand? His name is Bez. He created a community, right? He's not your number one, number two. He's not in your any list, but he has a community consistently showing up for him. You understand what I'm saying? So create your community. Make sure that your music is good. Make sure your brand is solid.
You're different.
You're good.
My name is I recorded a song with the producer some times ago. He said nothing about royalty percentage. So now, I want to ask, if this song gets blown, is he entitled to ask me for anything?
Yes.
Like I said, the two assets as a creative that you should be chasing, whether you're a producer, songwriter, or recording artist, you must understand the music. It's a vehicle for creating wealth. To the point that even after you're gone, your kids and their kids, and the kids of the kids of the kids can continue to benefit. The reason why I'm passionate about gatherings like this is because if we don't have enough educated people, we'll continue to run into a lot of trouble. If we don't have, you have to understand my perspective, I have to understand your perspective. And if we both believe in the same thing, which is shared prosperity, it's going to be easy to deal. For example, as a producer, hello? As a producer, you are coming into the music with the composition. You're coming into the creative process with half of what we need. In fact, do you know I can release just an instrumental project without any lyrics? Yes. So the way this business works is that collaborators need to benefit from what they are doing together. At the level of creative to creative, producer, songwriter, performing artist, or recording artist, we're all trying to come together to attach our name to a product. And in the absence
of outrightly signing away our rights to our contribution in the absence of that contract that says, oh, I just want a one-time fee. Everybody's entitled to whatever that song is going to make, whether for the next 50 years or whether 70 years after I'm dead as a creative. So you have to move with that mindset. As a producer, just know that attach yourself to important music as far as you've not signed any document or you've not had any conversation to say, hey, I don't want to be part of this music and I just want to collect a one-time fee. Because the one-time fee you're collecting, like for yourself, if you've not blown, like with due respect, you know, if you've not blown as a producer in this room, they'll probably be pricing you like 200K. And in fact, some people can still disrespect you and offer you 50K or even 20K. Or some people will just say, oh, I don't even have money, maybe we'll just vibe. So how do you deal with that? But you know that, yes, there are bullets in your chamber. All you just need is to strike one time and your life is going to change. If our song becomes a hit and I've not assigned my interest in that song, I can use that song as part of my catalog to better my life, do a deal maybe for $50,000 or $100,000 or $200 or $300, what have you. And that could be the start of my journey to prosperity. So yes, if you do anything with a creative that understands the business, they can take a one-time fee. If you kept quiet, they'll keep quiet. But at the right time, they're going to be waiting. All right? Ideally, you're supposed to pay them in producer fees. If they don't have producer fees, you can have a conversation and be like, hey, you're upcoming and upcoming. Let's just help ourselves. And, you know, when we release this project, I can give you some master royalties. You know, I could give you a percentage. Let's just keep going. We can even talk to a distributor. You can set it up on the dashboard and give me a monthly payment from whatever streaming money is being generated. You understand? Now, that is one aspect. That is what we call master royalties. The second one, which is the most important one, is the publishing. As an instrumentalist or a producer, you are like, hey, I'm the only one who created this beat. My publishing is 50. And the good thing about publishing is that even after we die, we still have 70 years to be collecting royalties on those publishing royalties. So whatever you want to pay me now is just for me to keep money and body and soul together to buy fuel in my gen. As far as I'm concerned, I need to build a catalog. Some people, when they die, they will tell you they had more than 1,000 songs on their catalog. Although everybody is still going to be remembered with 2 or 3 songs. If I ask you now, how many songs did Michael Jackson sing that you can remember? You probably mention like 5. When you read obituaries of popular, successful musicians, they will say fondly remembered for, they will mention 3 or 4 tracks. The day I read that in a book was that day that I was humble, like, hey, despite recording 1,000 songs, they're going to remember you for just 4 or 5. And you have to be happy that at least they can remember you for culture-defining classics. It will be very difficult for Heidi Kabasa and Nice to recreate the madness they did on Certificates and Gongwaso. And many, many times, that's going to be the story of many creatives. Your seminal work, the band might never be able to create what it did to recreate it again. Same thing with Two-Face. So please understand it, that when you pay your 100K, it's not enough to shut out the producer to not make money from the music. Thank you so much.
Round of applause, please. You just have to take your life seriously. It is your career at the end of the day. I'll say, yeah, I have a notion that artists will always be artists. But at the end of the day, what do you believe about yourself? What do you think you can accomplish? What do you think you can do? Why do you think Nigerians should listen to you? If you can answer those questions, if you can do that for yourself, trust me, nobody can tell you no, because you already know what you're going out for. Like I said earlier, Akinyemi, when we started, it was like, at a point, I thought he was bothering us. because we didn't understand. I just went into a business that me, as a time say, as a manager now, and money's coming in. That's all I cared about. I was making good money. But I didn't know that there were certain things that should have been done the right way. I just thought if you give somebody money, it's good to go. But he was educating us. Sometimes I'll go back on email and I'll look at it. I was like, yeah, this is how it should be done. So I think that you should just be good at what you do. And once you are good at what you do, the right people will show up. The right people. Maybe after some people don't chop your eye. But then, eventually, the right people will show up. Yeah.
Nobody can escape on.
I'm telling you, the right people will show up, and when they show up for you, you see all the struggles you've gone through, you forget them in 1 second.
This brings us to the end. Does anybody have any other question? You have a question. Why you no can raise answers?
What advice do you have, or like from experience, about an artist having multiple investors on just the artist? Like from experience, how have you seen it? Is it healthy enough? Or from experience that you have seen like artists that have had multiple investors and artists that have had like one sole investors, how healthy is it to have multiple investors on one artist?
If he has 5K, I have 5K, he has 5K. We bound it together. We'll be like, hey, this project, let's fund it, let's promote it. We'll network to influencers. You'll be the one to push it online. He will be the one to A&R it, also manage the talent. I will handle paperwork or bring some relationships. I can also assist. If that is what we believe in at that point, which is very, very common. The likes of Maven, the likes of YBNL, the people we admire, it's people coming together and saying, okay, we're going to put resources together to introduce a talent to fund a project. So it's not a problem. And you can even structure it in a way that you can do it seasonally. This year, this guy is the one dropping money for my project. Is what we believe in, shared prosperity. If he drops the money, this is what comes to him. This is what comes to me. We have a lawyer to make sure all the promises we're exchanging is properly documented. And see, you can't do big things in music without other people's money. Yes, because it is, you can't even do it. See, if you think you've won, and you sack everybody on your team, you will still need to assemble a team. You understand? Because artists, they get carried away sometimes. When they win, they think they did it themselves. You forget that there are soldiers queuing behind them. There are soldiers queuing behind them. There are soldiers queuing behind me to make sure that this proposition sells. When it sells, we're coming back 2026 season for the new premiership. We are gunning for the trophy. There's a league table. That is why Man City can just come with their bag of money and dominate. It tells you that money plays a very important role. But money is not just enough as well. The team, the board of directors, the back staff, the trainers, the strategy for the year, everything has to rhyme, So, with that understanding, don't forget shared prosperity is the word. And that's why I tell everybody now, you cannot use me and dump me again. Yes. We have to share the prosperity. It's a very difficult lesson for everybody to learn, but we have to learn it.
A big round of applause. There's no more questions, so sorry. You can see them after, yes. You can see them after. But then, I don't know, it's sounding classroom-like, but then I would like us to chorus at the same time and say thank you to these people because this is an amazing opportunity that many of us might not get in a long time. Do you understand? But then we just saw them for free. I can tell you that if you decide to consult a man as big as Akinyemi Law, you'll be paying a lot of money. But now, for free, you can talk to him, you can. So, 1, 2, 3, say thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay, a heartfelt thank you to everyone that made JCTY Music Camp a success, and to our talented facilitator, to the amazing team, at least with just short period of time. To our sponsor also, Redeem X. I hope next time I call you guys will be there for me. Nice one. Is it on record?
Yes, it's on record.
And to every talent here, trust me. I remember when I started my career then, I was 7, I called him. He was saying that he helped him, he also helped me also. I called him back then and said that, sir, I want to go into entertainment. He gave me the chance, put me through. Then I was following him back on Instagram. I want the notification, I would be following him anywhere is he. I was like, I'll follow him just to monitor his movements. Then I started putting me through, and here we are today. Who am I bringing all of you guys here? It's good of God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And to the amazing chef that is taking care of us, where you, to every one of you, thank you so much for spending your hard money one way or the other coming on board. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Don't worry, just follow JCTY Music Camp, JCTY_Music Camp for more updates. Don't worry, anyone can tell, they might just see one of the people that will say, okay, let's bring this boy, let's bring this girl. Okay? Thank you so much.
To add to what you just said, hopefully we're supposed to have this frequently, as close as, let's say, quarterly, every 3 months or something. So like he has said, please follow the Instagram page for updates and all that. You guys are amazing talents. I have heard different songs. I mean, there's even a story of a producer that we saw on the first day, and then everybody heard was hot, was making beats. I mean, you guys are amazing. Our Rasta, our Simi superstar. So we are not lazy, that's why we're here. We want to move ahead, we want to progress, that's why we're here. Please don't stop making music. And I know that I didn't see so many people writing, but then I saw some people with their phones jotting so many points. But I can bet you that every of the things that they have said today is valuable and worth more than gold. If you use it for yourself, for your brand, you're going to go farther. And you will also remember this day for good, by God's grace.
Amen.
I started with prayer, please. A Christian prayed the other time. I want a Muslim who is about to break his fast.
Give it to the project manager.
Yes. Ambassador Ashikpa, the only ambassador we have in the building. Yes.
So, in the light of, for the sake of the culture, there's a small thing that I want to use to support the program. But we will announce.
A round of applause.
But we will announce it via the what page? So let me just give you an hint. It's a program that can or that will benefit you. That will benefit, provided if you are being picked. Provided you are being picked, we can say, okay, because he is our person, we can give him slots for maybe 10 people. It's a limited platform. It's a limited space. Do you understand? And the program is being sponsored by the U.S. government and Lagos State. So the project is coming out very, very, very soon. So we might just pick maybe 10 people from you guys. But we'll announce it on his own page.
Hi guys, my name is Evangelii Ileru, also known as Angel Messi. And here we're live here at the JCTY Music Camp. And it's been awesome, it's been really amazing. It's a novel idea for my friend JC. You know, kudos to you, big hopes to be here to support him. And so far so good, it's been really amazing. We have like super mega superstars here that have been actually doing some fantastic work, you know. And the next edition is going to be even bigger and, you know, it's going to be a blast. If you're not here, you've missed a whole lot.
Thank you to everyone that is there. It has been amazing. We have a lot of talented facilitator. talented artists that came around, and I wasn't even expecting this, but all thanks to God, all thanks to the team that came here to support me. Watch out for more of this. It might be quarterly, it might be maybe twice a year. Anything can just happen. But the most important is that keep on following JCTY_music_cam for more information. I love you all. Peace out.